Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. A lot of people are joining in. Tell me future about BitTorrent by Abhishek Kumar Pandey. Well, Abhishek Kumar, that's why we are hosting this session. So thank you all for joining. My name is Akshay Singh. I'm the community manager at CoinDCX, and we understand that how difficult it is to to stay updated on all the information. I mean, all the news, all the information which keeps on coming in the crypto industry. So we thought of bringing you a very short session every Friday at 6 p.m., wherein we will talk about a topic. Okay. A new topic. It can be related to NFT, it can be related to DeFi, or it could be any other 200 plus topics that you guys have suggested us. So we will pick them one by one and take you through this journey. We will learn about a topic or a tool. It can be a crypto wallet. It can be an exchange. It can be an NFT platform. So we will do all that sort of stuff. Then we will talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum price breakdown. So we'll do a weekly price breakdown for Bitcoin and Ethereum, since there are 8,000 plus cryptocurrencies, right? And every one of you have their own favorite. Some of you like Dogecoin, some of you like Shiba Inu, some of you want to know about Matic, right? So the general sense is when the Bitcoin or Ethereum, the price movement that they show, right, on a broader term, right, or a larger prospect. That is what the market tend to follow. So if we cover that, that covers the most of it. And last but not the least, we will also cover the crypto news, at least the most prominent news that has come up in the last week, or at least you should be aware of. So all of that in this quick series. So let's jump straight away into how to find the next big coin. It is such a tongue twister. I always end up saying how to find the next Bitcoin. But yeah, so let's kickstart the series session with our first topic, which is how to find the next big coin. And for that, I'll quickly share my screen and let's jump onto that. All right. So a pretty familiar landing page. If you guys are not familiar with this website, then do go check it out. It's CoinMarketCap. We have covered about CoinMarketCap extensively in our crypto basic session. So how to find next Bitcoin, right? Like, so Bitcoin is there, Ethereum is there, that is all fine. But how, that's when you join the market, or if you are, entering the market right now, that's probably the next big question that is in your mind, that, hey, Bitcoin has done its part, Ethereum has done its part, but how can I find the next coin that's going to do, 10x, 20x, or whatever. So if you guys remember that in the crypto basic sessions, right, or if even if you don't, right, when you are entering into the market, exiting, having an exit plan, right, it's very important. It is as important as your plan to enter the market. So when you talk about how to find the next big coin, right, first of all, you have to explain, if not explain, at least set a clear expectation for yourself, that, hey, when I'm talking about finding the next Bitcoin, I am looking for a movement in this percentage, right? It can be a 5x movement, it can be a 3x movement, it can be a 10x movement, or it can even be 1,000% movement, right? Now, depending on what sort of movement you are choosing, right, be it 1x, 2x, 10x, or 1000x, your research will start, right? So I'll break it down from the highest percentage really quickly. So say, for example, you are looking for the next big coin that can end up giving you more than uh, 10,000% return, or more than 1,000% return, right? That's more than 10x. Yeah. So if you want to 100x your amount, say, for example, you have invested 1 rupee, and over the year of time, or the span of time, you want it to be 100 rupees, you want it to become 100 rupees, or that's the motivation behind your investment or your trading strategy is, then if you check the coin market cap right now, right, then what probably basically you are looking for is that you are looking for the next top 10 currency or the top 20 currency, right? You're looking for some project which will start from the scratch, which will start from the beginning, and will have a really huge upward momentum to carry forward to in order to increase its rank, right? So jump on to the first top 10 or top 20 coins, study about them, if not in detail, at least get to know what they are doing, right? If you talk about Ethereum, right, then what is Ethereum? You'll have to understand that technologically what Ethereum is doing, right? What is Solana, right? What is Solana is doing? So all these are protocol level projects, right? Wherein they are building the infrastructure layer. They build a project on the infrastructure level, wherein on top of which the applications can be created. And so when you are working on something like that at the base level, at the infrastructure level, like Bitcoin or Ethereum, right, then the chances of your network getting adopted, right, if your technology is sound, right, and it is really solving a challenge which is there in the blockchain industry, then your the chances for your project to grow becomes exponentially high. And then these are the types of project that you need to look for, right? So that's one type of category. If you're looking for something on the lines of, say, for example, 10x, 20x, like that's 1,000% gain or a 500% gain, then you need to follow the trend, right? So whatever the trend says, if the trend is about NFTs, then you need to delve into that. If the trend is about DeFi, then you need to get into that zone. And always make sure that even if you are following the trend, right, do not go by what you hear in the market. Always use your senses, wherein you study about that project, you research about that project, get to know about the team, and go from there. So the best way to get started is to get, if you can see on the coin market cap, there is a section called categories, right? So categories is where you can you can classify all sort of cryptocurrencies into some buckets, right? And you can pick it up on the basis of that, right? So it can be on the basis of loyalty as a sector, retail, health, masternode, and so forth and so on, right? So apart from that, there is DeFi, NFT, Polkadot, BSC, Solana. So when you look, when we talk about Polkadot, BSC, Solana, Avalanche, right? So these are chains similar to, these are ecosystem chain similar to what they are trying to build, is an ecosystem more or less, or maybe solving some of the problems which are there on Ethereum network, right? Not as a competitor, but in order to enhance the overall system, right? Make it more efficient, right? So you need to dive I mean, you need to deep dive into these chains or these projects. Like, you need to understand what all projects are coming on these projects. For example, if you check out Polkadot, you just have to simply click on that and you'll get all the details at one consolidated place. And then you can check out what all is happening in the Polkadot system, for example, right? You get to know about the projects, you get to see about the projects. And then the best way, once you have taken your first step into the crypto and you're looking to find these big coins, right, then there are a couple of terms that you should get yourself familiarized with. Okay, something which is called ICO, which is an initial coin offering. So that is one way to get access on to get onboarded on any project in the initial stage. But then again, do read about the risks on whatever attached to that. As mentioned in the disclaimer, right, we this session, it's all about sharing the stuff, sharing the info and knowledge with you. At no point of time do not take this as an investment advice, right? So do read about them. ICO can be the one way to get an entry, and a popular, one of the popular ICO platform that you can check out, right? That is CoinList, right? So CoinList is a platform wherein you can get to know about all the upcoming ICOs, if not all, wherever they have any ICO which is coming up in the market, you can actually get to know about that and study about that. And if possible, yes, get to participate that in earlier as well, right? So that gives you the chance to find the next Bitcoin at an early stage, and then progress in your crypto investment or trading journey, right? So ICO platforms can be one way to get into that. IDO platforms can be another way, and then obviously to look into the chains, right? So say for example, Polkadot, right? So if we'll talk about Polkadot, right? You can go to the Polkadot network, right? And get get involved with the community again, right? So anything and everything that we have covered in the crypto basics, pretty much everything, stands true, right? And it is all applicable, right? That you have to get into the community and do a couple of basic steps, and once you get there, you can get to know about what all projects are upcoming, right? So just a quick hack, or just a quick check I'll share with you on the Polkadot network, that how you can get to know about the projects which are upcoming on the Polkadot network, right? And go from there. So as you can see on the screen, right, I'm just going to the wallet, like the Polkadot wallet, which is on the Explorer, like Polkadot Explorer, right, the blockchain Explorer, where I can track all of the data, right? This is one of the way to to find projects, at least on one of the chain, on one of the like Polkadot, right? So here, as you can see that, there are a couple of lists. They are talking about the live networks, they are talking about the test networks, right? So if you'll expand the test networks, right, you get to see a list of all the upcoming projects which are building upon the Polkadot ecosystem, for example, right? So you can start picking them up one by one, do your own research, get to know what the project is about, and make an informed decision, right? So that's pretty much it on the topic, because as we said, the topic will keep it concise, will not get into too much of nitty-gritty and technical details of that. So that, hope that helps, and that will help you find the next Bitcoin. For the next 1 week, do give it a try, do research a couple of coins, and let us know either on our community channel, or you can come back to this video and drop us your coins that you may have find in the comment section, and let us know if you find any coins like this. Okay, so that's your activity or the task for the next 1 week. Okay, so now moving on to the next part, which is a quick breakdown of Bitcoin and Ethereum price at the same moment, right? So here's the chart of Bitcoin, right? And I'm keeping it raw, like I'm keeping it fresh and clean, so that we can start with you as we go, so that even you get to learn about it and know about it, how to go about it or analyze a couple of things, right? So here we are looking at a daily chart, right? Since it's a weekly analysis we are doing, we will be doing it once in a week. So we will cover a weekly chart pattern, and we will cover a daily chart pattern, right? These are the two chart patterns we will cover on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So quickly, we will go ahead and apply a couple of indicators, first of all, that will be really helpful for us in order to identify or analyze a couple of things. So as you see on the screen, there is this section called FX indicators, right? So you click on that, and then you go ahead and add moving averages, right? So I'll just take one and two moving average I'll take for now, and that is what I'll apply. And then I'll quickly go and apply, say for example, RSI. Cool. So these are the three indicators I'm going to need. And let me just quickly go ahead and update the values here. Okay. So I'm going to take the first one at 30-day time frame. And I'm just going to make it okay style. I'm just going to keep it red, and I'll just make it a little bit dark. All right. And the second one will take it as blue. and this we will do a 90-day time frame. That will be a 3 months time frame. Okay, so one should be a small one, the second one should be a big one, right? We'll convert the chart into a logarithmic scale, right? And similarly, we'll apply a certain setting to the RSI as well, and we'll change it to 30 days. Right. So this is, first of all, let's have a quick daily analysis of the price breakdown. And if you see, we do see a fair amount of a fair level building up at this level. And a fair resistance at this level, or yeah, 1 second, sorry about that. Right. So now, if you'll look at it, like if you'll go give a very, I mean, real quick glance at the BTC price for the last 1 week, right? So you can see the movement is pretty bullish, right? I mean, doesn't go, I mean, it goes without saying, right? For the last 6-7 days, the BTC is an upward movement, right? However, two peculiar things that you will have to notice here when we are talking about the Bitcoin price movement in the last 1 week is not only that, Bitcoin took a fair amount of support at a 90-day moving average, which is like at least on a short-term scale, it is a good sign, right? Because there is a fair amount of support, which is well, there is a fair amount of support available at the bottom, which is supporting the price to stay at this level. And secondly, if you'll see, this range, right? This range of a fair bottom of around $30,000 and close to 48, $47,000, right? So at this price level, there was like if you can see, if you see, if you'll notice this price, this line, right? So there's a fair amount of level or a ceiling, right, or a floor which is built at this level, right? Earlier it was acting as a support, right? Later on, it acted as a resistance in this particular level, wherein the price was getting resisted from this level, and then it ultimately broke at this particular junction, right? If you check it out here, exactly, right? The breakout is so beautiful. Like if you just see, look at it, like it has taken a very fair amount of support at this particular level of 48,000 and then broke out from here. So all in all, on a short-term period, on a daily basis, the price on Bitcoin does look bullish as per the last week analysis. And we'll just quickly jump onto the weekly chart as well. And if you will see, again, so on the weekly chart, on our 30-day moving average, right? So Bitcoin had some trouble around this zone, right, wherein it broke below the 30-day moving average in a very violent move. Then it struggled to break above it, try to get some support on a 30-day moving average in order to move forward, and ultimately last week, right, it was able to break fairly above like the 30-day moving average, right? So all in all, as long as BTC maintains this position of staying above 48,000 level and the moving average, the 30-day moving average, the price movement does look bullish. Being said that, anything can happen in the market. You guys know it very well. So please be really careful if you are planning to, when you plan to open any trade or investment anytime soon, right? And at the same time, while we are looking at this, even if you look at the RSI, right, we have adjusted it a little bit. And if you can see this dotted line on the RSI, right, it gives you a fair level of idea around some support and the resistance and as it when it comes, right? So even the RSI seems pretty in the green zone, right? It is not too bearish, not looking too bearish, right? So overall, in Bitcoin, at least for the near term, the price movement looks a bit positive, right? Now, quickly jumping on to Ethereum, right? And we will start Ethereum as well, right from the scratch. Turn the chart into logarithmic scale. Right. And let's start applying. Yeah, this is all the data that we need since, I don't know, December. Yeah, that's more than enough. So when we talk about Ethereum, it's fair to say there is some sort of level here, right? So that marks your first level, which is like way below it, which is at $1,800, right? There was fair amount of such resistance. Then it became the floor as a support. So that's your first level that you can say. And the second one is fairly building up around at this level, which is $2,700, right? So you can see that there was a fair amount of resistance, then a fair amount of support at this particular level. And that's, you can say, will be your third section. Yep. So these are the three levels you can say when it comes to the Ethereum price, and we'll quickly also apply the moving average. So two moving averages and one RSI. The reason being, creating a view allows you to only add like three uh, indicators at any given point of time. So you have to choose really carefully where you spend your resources. So I'm just gonna quickly update this one to this. Once you're comfortable with the settings that you're applying on your charts, then you can apply the same settings on all the charts. You don't have to keep on changing it for every crypto asset. Right. Good. So if you look at the price for Ethereum, right? So again, the same pattern is following here as well. Ethereum has taken a really nice support around the 90-day moving average at the end of September, and then just broken above the 30-day moving average, trying to sustain above it. RSI is not strongly heated, not overly heated, not overly sold. So RSI is in the mid range, right? And if we look at it from a weekly analysis point of view, so if you look at it in the weekly analysis, at least it shows you that there is a fair amount of support that Ethereum is receiving at the 30-day moving average, right? The last around 27th of September, around $2,700 price range. And if you look at the weekly chart, right, it gives you a more clear picture in terms of the range and what the price is doing, right? So if you look at this section, right, the price broke above 1,800, went up till $4,000, then came down to 1,800, and then from 1,800 to up to $3,800. So you can say from $1,800 till $3,800, $4,000. This is the entire range which is open in the Ethereum asset, right? Along with these levels, with the one is at around $2,700. So if you look at the current momentum, right, the current momentum can stay at least till the time it's broken. It should at least continue till $3,900, which is the upward ceiling for Ethereum, as seen right now, as you can see right now, right? However, if anything goes sideways, right, then yeah, the next level that you can expect Ethereum to be at is around $2,700, right? But all in all, combining both Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis, I can say the things look pretty positive for both, and that may help you take some informed position in the market in the next 1 week uh, uh, on the major crypto assets that you will trade upon, right? So that being said, now let's quickly jump into the next section, which is the weekly news and catch up, right? So in the weekly news and catch up, we'll bring you 5 articles or news, right? Which we'll try to, we'll share some thoughts around it, what it means, what it might not mean, and it will uh, improve, or it will actually it will actually add on to your crypto knowledge kitty by the end of the day, and it'll help you make a more informed decision in the market, right? So to start with, right, the first one, right? So this was shared as an opinion on CoinDesk, right? And you can check out all these articles. We'll share the link of all of these articles in the description below, right? The description right now, it might not be updated. We will get it updated right after the session, so you guys don't have to worry about that, right? So 3 ways to look at a Bitcoin investment, right? So here, what we will do, just for our understanding, we'll replace the word Bitcoin with crypto. Okay, so that will let you vision a bigger picture, right? Instead of just thinking about Bitcoin, right? So why Bitcoin, right? Or why crypto, right? Why should I explore it? What's in it for it? What is it, right? All those things. And even if somebody asks you, like, you are a strong crypto enthusiast, you trade, you invest, you engage in the communities, and people ask you that, hey, why are you in cryptocurrency, right? So by the end of the day, there are only 3 ways to look at it, and that's true, right? Or as you will check out this article, you can go through it and you will get to know. So one is revolution, second is macro, and the third is micro. So the first reason for anyone to being involved in this entire ecosystem is revolution. Like, it is kind of revolutionary. Okay. The idea of, no central entity or no central institution, you know, dictating, or not or mostly dictating the terms and conditions of how any trade can take place, or how an asset can move from one place to another, right? The ownership of any particular asset, and I mean your entire finances, right? It is all dependent on centralized institution, and not just the finances, be it the governance as well, right? The entire idea behind the cryptocurrency, right, when you explore it from technological point of from point of view, that is a bit revolutionary. However, that being said, if you'll check out this article, right, so it will tell you that Bitcoin is the revolution. Yes, but it mostly applies to those who adopted it early in 2009 or 2010, right? When there was no speculative market around it, which was going on, right? When there was no such hype in the market, right? So at the core of it, uh, people or the user base who did adopt cryptocurrency at the very early stage, right? They are actually, like the thought was, they actually was becoming a part of a revolution, right? And which is sort of true, right? And which is a very interesting point, that a technological piece can push your capacity to think, right, or challenge something, some authority, right? Beyond just the regular memes, right? Which is quite interesting. And beyond that revolution, yes, over the time, it has become a macro investment option, right? People are looking at it as a hedge against inflation. Some are there because some are here in the market because of the volatility that it possesses and gives them the benefit or the option to to trade upon that volatility and make money, right? Uh, as a macro investment, you can you can people as a user, you can define certain financial goals for yourself, and through crypto or certain tools which are available in the blockchain industry, right? For example, DeFi applications, right? If you plan them well ahead and if you plan really good, yes, you can generate passive income, or you can achieve the financial goals that you are looking forward to. It's just that you have to be really careful in terms of, you just have to do the proper study before jumping into anything, right? And last but not the least, as a micro investment, right? Now, as a micro investment, what does that mean? Macro, you understand, okay? So macro, when we talk about that, will take a lot of research. Okay, when we talk about macro, it can be that you are opening macro positions, like large positions, in terms of your principal amount that you are putting into the market, right? On certain crypto assets in order to gain huge amount, right? Or you are investing heavily on any new upcoming project, right? Or you are taking a really long position, not a long position, but yes, a long position will go in the macro as well. But the true difference between micro and macro lies on the fact that in the micro investment strategy, you don't have to use your brain that much. What that means is that you follow the major trend, okay, which is stick to the blue chip, kind of cryptos, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, top five kind of cryptos. Stick to them, even if the percentage returns over the year, it's lesser to maybe compare to a cryptocurrency which is gonna be launched tomorrow, or which is gonna be the next big coin, right? So the micro investment strategy is for those people basically who don't want to spend too much brain power in order to trade or to look at the price charts on a daily basis, and yet give some exposure to their portfolio towards crypto, and grow with that. So a very interesting topic that can really will instigate your brain to think in couple of ways, in different ways, right? And will give you a new perspective around the whole crypto idea, right? Then the next one that we found pretty interesting is talking about money in 2030, right? So the title goes like a future where DeFi and CBDCs can work together. Now, some of you may know about, may heard about DeFi and CBDCs. Some of you who are new may not know about DeFi and CBDCs, right? So as I was talking about the revolutionary part, right? Wherein you take the charge of your finances. There is no centralized institution or authority or dictating the terms of those transactions taking place, or the trade taking place, right? So DeFi is basically decentralized form of finance, right? Uh, you say you hold some funds, right? And you want to lend those funds to somebody else, right? Now, as an individual, you'll have to take care of a lot of things, right? Hey, is this person, credit worthy enough? Will I get my money back, right? Is my money safe? Will it not run away? And all of those kind of stuff, right? So what DeFi does, and this is why, in the traditional market, you do not see lending or, giving out loans as a P2P product, wherein a person is giving out loan as a under a professional terms and conditions or a contract to somebody unknown, right? You do give out loans, maybe to your friends, family, relatives, right? But not to a stranger, a complete stranger, right? But this is where decentralized finance come into picture, is that it connects, it creates an ecosystem, or enables you to become a part of an ecosystem or a network, wherein you can connect with the other users, and lend your assets, right, to them directly over a smart contract, or on the blockchain, and earn interest on that, right? And the smart contract takes care of that, you don't lose out on your funds, right? uh, by taking some collateral from the party who you are lending to, right? So that's just one example. Now think of all the financial products that you interact with, be it insurance, right? Be it home loan, right? Be it fixed deposit, right? Be it policies, right? Be it mutual funds, be it stocks, be it assets, anything and everything that we talk, you touch upon in the financial market. And not just you as a retail investor, anything which goes in the wholesale industry as well, right? In the institutional market, let me put it that way, right? On the where the big players come to play, right? Even that entire prospect can be, decentralized and fit into the entire blockchain system. Now that sounds exciting, right? But that alone might not flourish, because of the friction which comes in, which is there in the market, which are the regulatory uncertainty. Every now and then we hear about a ban coming, China, like some country or the other coming up, with some ban. There is always some FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, doubt around the legality of cryptocurrencies or the future of cryptocurrencies, right? All those sort of things, right? And then governments, taking a proactive stand, right? Or maybe taking a calibrated approach, wherein they are studying about the framework and the industry, and possibly drafting or some framework or regulatory framework around that. So as per the trend, what the industry is saying right now is that CBDCs are becoming uh, a very favorite go-to tool for government, right, to come up to experiment with, right? So CBDC is nothing. It stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. So a digital currency which is issued by the central bank of a country. Say for example, in the case of India, that is Reserve Bank of India, right? So that is called a CBDC, right? Now DeFi can capture the entire decentralized ecosystem, right? And CBDCs can capture the entire centralized ecosystem. And for these two to come together and flourish together, right? Uh, it is a future wherein DeFi and CBDCs do look like that they might be working together, but it's a long shot, right? So do check out this article, which is Money in 2030 by Cointelegraph, right? We'll include the link in the description below for all of you guys. Really interesting article, right? Again, we'll open your mind space to look into the crypto verse, into the crypto space from a really different angle, right? Uh, Next is a really exciting news, wherein Bitcoin will become currency in Brazil soon, according to Federal Deputy Aureo Ribeiro, right? So very interesting insight, right? Why a news like this matters, right? Why does it matter, right? So the only reason this may matter, because you can be like, oh, Bitcoin is so big already, or Bitcoin will do whatever it has to do, irrespective of any country adopts it or not. Well, yeah, for the last 10 years, yes, Bitcoin has been resilient, growing despite all the adverse situation it has to go through, right? Now, why it is important is if you look at it, right? First, it was El Salvador, right? Now it is Brazil, right? So with every country which is taking a positive step towards regulating or legalizing Bitcoin, for example, right? If not the entire, if not any other crypto, maybe only just Bitcoin, right? Then look, what is the core purpose of Bitcoin, or what is the business model of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin does has a business model. It's not that you are just holding it for no reason. Like people are not just I mean, at the core of it, people are not just buying it for any no reason, right? So Bitcoin is used to transfer value, right? It is used to transfer value over the internet from one place to another, right? And the higher the value it transfer, the more the value it transfer, the more revenue it's generate in terms of the blockchain fees that it will generate, right? The more revenue it will generate, the more profitable the network will be, and the more profitable the network will be, the more it will grow, right? So these kind of news are a really are something you should really keep a track on, because it gives you all the positive insights that hey, this is where the market is moving. Even if it is a negative news of this sort, always do keep a track, so that you know that hey, this is in this particular direction is where the the market is moving. And you need not to worry, because we'll keep on bringing you all the important news, at least the major ones that affects the market or you should be aware of. So do tune in every Friday at 6 p.m. to our crypto conversations. Okay. So next is by Bean Crypto, which is talking about NFTs, right? Uh, so beyond collectibles, NFTs offer a rich ecosystem of use cases to drive real value, right? So NFT, again, some of you may have heard about it, which is called non-fungible token, or most of you may not have heard about it, or may have heard about it but not yet know that what it is. So basically, NFT stands for not fungible token. What it means that anything, okay, anything which is unique in identity, right, which does not have any duplicate copy or cannot be duplicated or replicated, right? It is unique, right? There is just one single piece ever exist in the entire universe, right? Then that particular material or an asset or a thing is referred as non-fungible, right? That it is unique. Something which can be reproduced, which can be duplicated, which can be created infinite number of times or anything like that. It is referred to as fungible, right? Now, since we are talking about blockchains and blockchains, everything is about coins and tokens. So it is called a non-fungible token. Is basically a file or a material that you are creating digitally in the form of a token, right? Basically, that is what it is. So it can be, so right now what is happening is that NFTs are a craze as a collectibles, wherein people are collecting uh, mostly pictures, right? Artwork, pictures, photos, images, like that sort of collectibles is what people are collecting, right? But it does offer a potential to, to a lot of things. For example, it's you can record your land deed, right? You can have your land deeds or your assets converted digitally to NFT, and you have the proof of all ownership of all those assets now. And not only the ownership, right? It can be transferred from one person to another person easily, right, without any hassle. Again, like if you talk about the like land registry and all these procedures, right? uh, some of them, yes, they have a very corrupted system, right? Get go, at every point there is a middleman. You have to pay charges, even if not corrupted, then there are chances that even sometimes you end up in a deal wherein there is one single property or a piece of land available to buy or sell, but there are two owners with a two legit, or at least they look legit, they look like legit paperwork, right? So you all of that can be reduced by the use of all of these NFTs, right? And this gives it a very uh, fair amount of use case apart from just being collectibles, right? So it can be fan engagement related, right? Can be sports related. So a really good example on fan engagement, again, but it'll come across as a collectible. We may be dropping a hint, or maybe, we may be dropping a NFT giveaway of sorts of not, or an NFT or from our end. So that's a sneak peek just for all of you guys, as an exclusive. Stay tuned. We will share that with you guys. Uh, and it's going to be a cool NFT, right? It can be music and art media rights, right? It can be about the rights that one has to get, right? Then it talks and explores about the gaming side of it. So as a gamer, right, you must have played games wherein you have spent money within the game in order to maybe upgrade your character, buy new skins, or buy new cool features, right? Uh, so by the end of the day, you do not end up earning anything, right? However, gaming, clubbing, or combining NFTs and gaming together, the possibilities are endless. There is this game called Axie Infinity. Uh, you guys can definitely check it out. So that is one game which you actually get paid in crypto in order to play that game, or when you are playing that game you get paid in crypto. So how cool is that, right? So it's about sharing the value with the user, with the community, giving back to the community apart from just it being a collectible. And of course the metaverse, right? Or the event ticketing experiences. So a lot to look when it comes to NFT. And this is how you should always research your next big coin, right? So as I mentioned that, go with the wave, or go with the flow, or go with the trend, sorry, right? So if NFT is a trend, then you may want to look at that apart from being collectibles, right? Apart from being collectible NFTs, what all are the projects which are maybe working on gaming, right? Or maybe they are working on metaverse, right? Or maybe they are working on, art, media rights, right? Be it related to music, be it related to videos, be it related to photography, pictures, artwork, and all of that, right? So that will help you in order to find the next big coin as well, right? And last but not the least, it's a really cool opinion by Bean Crypto on saying third time's a charm, which is establishing secure data and identities in Web3. So basically what they are talking about now, here, you may have heard about Web3. This phrase is becoming quite popular in the crypto industry, and you may have heard it over and over, right? So what basically Web3 is, it's like, you keep on upgrading your applications from version 1 to 2 to 3, right? So Web3 is the third version of the entire web, of or the internet as we know it, right? Wherein it is, so let's just jump into the article and just uh, go a little bit backward and see what they are talking about, right? So the internet, they're talking about internet being in a liminal phase, and it needs some changes. So basically web 2, a transparent community of developer is building this new web. So if you look at the words that you will come across when you'll be talking hearing about web 3, right, is the words like transparent, decentralized, community focused, or community governed, right? So basically, anything that cuts down the middlemen, that cuts down the centralized hierarchy, that cuts down, any type of facts being hidden, right, that boosts transparency, right, is what basically Web3 is, right? And on Web2, right, if the entire data piece, right, your private data, right, or the security of your private data, it is all dependent on the centralized parties, right? However, on the Web 3.0, along with the entire blockchain industry, right, like the concept of the entire blockchain, right, uh, keeping it decentralized, having the control of over your own asset or own your identity and on your own data, right? Monetizing it, making getting the value out of it, right? Giving the power back to you. So Web 3.0, which is the entire blockchain and crypto ecosystem, is a lot more than just trading and investing and maybe just buying meme stocks or meme games or meme cryptos. It's much more than just Bitcoin alone. It is much more than just Ethereum alone or Dogecoin or Shiba Inu coin, right? So that being said, that's a wrap for today's session. Really appreciate all of you, coming in and joining in the session today. And we will connect with you next Friday at the same time. We will learn about a topic. We will do a quick Bitcoin and Ethereum weekly price breakdown. We will have interesting conversations like these, right? We will not come up with articles or the news that this price coin went 60%, 20% up. If that is your expectation on this session, then we are really sorry about it. We can definitely come up with a session just to cater to your need, right? However, we want to make this session more than just talking about trading and investing, because there is a lot to learn and know about when it comes to cryptocurrency. And in order to find the next big coin, right, you have to stay open to these topics and learn about them. So thanks for your time. Uh, do check out the description box. After a while, we'll update it so that you can go through all the articles. Uh, do take up the task, which is find your next big coin and leave it in the comment description below. So that leave it, let us know. We will go through that and maybe we will, uh, highlight the one which might actually be the next big coin in the next session, right? So have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for your time. Stay safe. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.